My name is Thedamilolataiwo, and I had my first child at the age of 19. Hi everyone. I want to share with you the story behind Young Mother and Child Healing Foundation. This is a foundation, it's an NGO, but it's a ministry. An NGO because it's registered under CAC, so it's an NGO, but for us, it's a ministry. This month we have an outreach that is very dear to my heart, an outreach that I know and believe that it's going to impact life, it's going to change life, it's going to make young mothers see life differently, see life in another light, see that they can become whatever they said they had to become. Young Mother and Child Healing Foundation started last year, 2025, officially, but we've been doing, I personally have been doing things related to that, not official, but like that before I got married. And I have been having that nudge before I got married, while I was still single, but still, while I was still a young mother, that I was going to do something. I could not lay my hands on it. I was not sure. I didn't know what it was. And I was running away from whatever it was. I'm smiling now, but it wasn't an easy journey. I got pregnant when I was 18 and I gave birth when I was 19. It was a rough path. It isn't something I want any teenage girl to have, to experience, to go through. It's not palatable. But that's a story for another day. I want to just talk about the main reason why I started Younger Than Child Healing Foundation. You know, I started in the year 2025. I had a plan. God already reminded me about it in the year 2023, 2025. But I didn't know how to start. I've never done anything like this before. I didn't know how to start. I didn't know where to begin from. And through my man of God, Pastor Thedamilolataiwo, I met someone, Mr. Thedamilolataiwo. He's a mental health practitioner, a leadership coach. So he does all that. And I connected with him and we started talking and he gave me a class that he was charging for. He gave me for free to join the class. And I joined the class and, other people were sharing about business. They wanted to structure their businesses. But for me, that was what I told him about, and I also spoke about my business. But that was what he took interest in, and he was like, "Oh, let's work on it." And we started. We built. I told him my story, my vision, and all, and we started putting structure to it. Came up with a vision, mission, a name. Started putting structure in it, and I stopped. I didn't proceed because it's something that this person was telling me to, but I really didn't want to start. Then I was in service one day. Our pastor was ministering. I was seated with the chorister because I am part of the worship team in Manuel Ministries International. And I heard very clearly, I have never heard God that clear in my entire life. And I took you through that process to help others. As it was resounding. And immediately I picked up my diary and I wrote it down. I took it through that process to help others. And I began to tell God, I'm sorry for delaying, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for that. And after I think it was after then it was we entered into we started after when we started our 40 days teaching, then had the opportunity to speak with my pastor and I explained everything. I explained what I heard and all that. And he told me that when God gives you a vision, you are not the only person. Another players, there are a lot of people who that same idea, that same thought comes into their hearts. So it is the person that starts early that wins, even with a competition. That's not what he said verbatim, but I'm just reiterating what he said, the way he said it, and what he meant when he said what he said. And I went back home and I began to do all the process. I began to put together a document, the mission, the vision that we've worked on in the year 2024 or 2023, 2024. I started putting it to register on CAC, bank, to get our bank account, to have a logo. Started speaking to people about it. Or I started telling people about it. This one, I even spoke to a girl. I said, you've shared this with me before, and I thought you had started with then, but I stalled. But thank God I have started, and day by day, I keep seeing the reason why God has given this vision to me to pursue. There's a lot of work. So this was how I started So it was me hearing God telling me to start this. That started being that child in the foundation. I'll share with you later a story that an experience that I had before I got married. That I was like, God, why? Why did you why did you make me experience this? Are you saying something? Why you are saying something? I am not ready yet. But thank God I yielded. Thank God God did not punish me for my stubborn